and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for the Buccaneer Aruba, the 2021 model. I'll take you around the outside first. I will start at the back when I start explaining anything. Just for the sake of the video, I have unlocked the lockers just for ease of use on this video. So starting at the back, so you have the grab handles, obviously both sides, light cluster. These are for the brakes, reversing lights, indicators, running lights, fog lights, and you also have a high line brake light for you. Also here, space for the number plate, and there we have the corner steadies on this self-leveling Buccaneer. It has the EMP self-leveling, and there will be a separate video for that to instruct you how to use that. First thing to notice, there is no area to put the pink rinse in. There's no pink rinse on this at all. The rinse for the toilet goes directly from your water supply, whether that's your internal supply or an external supply. It's the standard Thetford toilet and cassette. You'll know when it's full because a light will come on the toilet to say that it needs emptying. So lift on this handle, pull towards you, and then bring out. This handle does come out, it's telescopic, so you're able to go to the waste point to empty itself. Pull the funnel forwards, remove the lid, put the lid somewhere where it's not going to fall into the waste, lift forward, and then press on this orange button at the top to release any airlock in there, and that will help everything come out. To rinse out, to clean out the cartridge, pull this slide back, open this knob there, and rinse out. You can see there's the float. That float, when it's full, just sends a little message through, and it turns the light on in the toilet. I'll show you where that is a bit later on. When putting back in, close that, slide that back fully, and then you need to put the cap back on. For the blue rinse, in the cap there's various levels, measures, depending on which fluid you use. Using their instructions, fluid into the cap to the right level, push that back in, and then push that forward, and it just slides in, and it claps down. Simple as that. Okay, further along on the caravan, got two waste outlets there for the two sinks, kitchen and bathroom, and for the shower. That goes into a waste master, via pipes into a waste master, or if you're on your own pitch, you can get some pipe just to go direct into the drains. Being the Buccaneer, it's the twin axle model. Nice dark alloy wheels. These are, the wheel nuts are torqued up to 130 Newton meters, but I'll show you where on the caravan, not instructions, but the guidelines are. Okay, further along, so you've got lovely darkened windows on here. It's a very nice, bright, sunny day, so that's all shining off nicely. So if you get any reflections of me, I apologise. But we now get to the battery box. Whilst I'm getting out the keys, I will show you that you will have a key fob. Press the top button once. One beep means that the alarm is activated. Press it again. Two beeps means the alarm is off. This button, if you press this by accident, whether it's in your pocket or whether, you will jump out of your skin because it's a panic alarm. I won't put it on now. I don't want to wake myself up too much, to be honest. But the battery box itself, you have 110 amp battery in here. Beauty of the Buccaneer model, they come standard with a solar panel, so that's continually trickle charging. Got your electric hookup point there. If you just look behind, you can see there's a 6 amp, but a 12 volt area for charging, and a TV outlet, TV antenna point as well. Okay, next to the battery box, we have an outside shower. The actual attachment is in the gas locker. That very useful for washing off dogs or boots. It only uses cold water though, so don't think you can stand outside of a cool evening and have a nice warm shower. It won't work. Well, it will work, but you'll be very cold. Next to that, we've got the whale water pump. This is where you put the water, get the water inside to the caravan. You do also have an internal tank on here. I'll show you how to use everything shortly in this video. But the pump itself comes out, goes in there. That just slides down at a touch till it clips, and then your water pump is in, and this part then goes into your aqua roll. This bit covers up the hole to stop any dirt getting in, and then you can have your water. The internal tank holds 40 litres, the standard aqua roll about 40 litres, so you can have 80 litres on tap, so to speak. Now this van does also come with a direct feed, so you can, if you're on a fully serviced pitch and you have your own tap, you can run a hose pipe direct in to the water supply. Finally, on this side, we have the exhaust vent. If the Alde heating is being run on gas, that's the exhaust vent for there. Okay, so we come to the front of the Aruba. 2 grab handles again. However, this is a bit of a big beast, so we'll take some shifting. 3 windows at the front, which is standard on all of the Buccaneers, and then we get to the gas locker. Okay, so inside the gas locker, we're set up. You can have 2 gas bottles. There is the registration, Chris registration. In here we've already got the direct feed, shower, electric lead. We've got 2 Alco wheel locks, which come as standard with the Buccaneers. But as you see, plenty there. The gas does transfer over automatically when you've got the 2 bottles on. Okay, the Buccaneer, it runs on the Alco chassis. It's also got the ATC, which is Alco Trailer Control. Basically, there's a sensor underneath the chassis that if the vehicle starts snaking during transit, it will put the brakes on to support the caravan and to stabilize everything. Okay, going around to the near side, first thing we get to is the external gas barbecue point. As it says on there, do not use gas barbecue in awning. That's a very good idea. Fabric and flames don't mix too well. And we have a storage locker that goes underneath the sofa. Also in here, we do have a TV aerial point and a 230 volt socket. So you can run an extra power lead out to your awning for all the power needs you may have. Said earlier about the wheel nut torque of being 130 Newton meters. On the sticker here you can see various information. The MTPLN, so that's the maximum plated weight, is 1,983 kilos. The tyre pressure should be at 48 psi, and the wheel bolt torque for alloys is 130 Newton meters. The steel ones, the spare, would be 102 Newton meters. We do recommend you check these every time you travel. Okay, so further along, we've got the external vent for the fridge, freezer and the microwave. running lights up there, another locker underneath the bed, lots of storage space under there. Yeah, a large space under the bed. So that's the outside. Okay, oh, there's the TV antenna. That's the antenna for the TV and for the radio. So next, we'll take you into the van. Okay, so going into the caravan itself, door open and safely back on the clip. See, you've got quite a large bin there on the door and a window. But stepping inside, we'll have a quick look round before I take you through any of the features. Okay, so as you get inside the door here, the controls are on the left hand side as you come inside. First button, the big button at the top, that's the master power. So master power is on. Then you've got external lights, so you've got an awning light there, and that's for the gas locker, and the light above the water inlet area. That's quite useful at night. Then you've got internal lights, as you can see, and then these are the mood lights. So whilst it doesn't look particularly bright in here at the moment because it's nice and sunny outside, at night this will look like it's lit up like Blackpool illuminations. Also have some individual lights. These individual lights have their own switches there. Here, this is the alarm reset. That will flash every now and then. This light will flash red. If it starts flashing red 3 times, it means the alarm needs resetting. There's a fob on your keys, so I can just get to those. So if it requires resetting, this little thing here just fits in. Hold that in for 10 seconds and that resets the alarm. Right, bear in mind, most of the time this van is going to be in the UK. Here's the important thing, the heating. So, the all-day heating system, power on. It's all on a touch screen. Now, this is showing that we are currently have the electric hookup. This is the internal temperature of the van at the moment. Okay, so to go into the menu, oddly enough, press menu. And this is the first screen that comes up. Now the top one, this is for the heat, how hot you want inside the caravan. Okay, it's like I said, it's touch screen, so minus takes it down, plus takes it up to whatever temperature you desire. Okay. There is a nighttime setting, so if you go into the settings, that's this icon here, click on that, then click on the moon. You can see that it's a night mode, currently off. But if it was on, it was set for 18 degrees between 10 at night and 6 in the morning. To turn that on, press the button and it says on. Then on the front screen, it now has an A above the settings icon. Press on that A and that will show you the activated functions. Then press on the function you're looking at just to turn it off. Press the on to off. Happy days. Then go back on the menu and you'll see that A is now missing. Right, for the water heating, that's this icon, the shower icon. When the minus is grayed out, that means that there's no heating to the water. Much the same as with the heat inside, plus to bring it up, and that will bring you to a half full triangle. A half full triangle will give you enough water for washing up, and for most things. You'll only need to put more power if more than one of you is going for a shower in a hurry, just to heat the water up more quickly, and then just press the plus again, and that will give you the full amount of power to the water heating. Okay. Right, this icon here shows how much power we're going to use on the all-day system. Not for the whole caravan, just the all-day system. So choices are, you can have off, so you'd have no power to the heating or hot water at the moment. 1 kilowatt, now that will heat up everything, but very, very slowly. In the UK, I recommend 2 kilowatts on most sites will be available without any issue at all. You can, if you want to boost the heat quickly, go on to 3 kilowatts. However, if you're using 3 kilowatts, it might be a case of you turn the microwave on or the kettle on and you'll trip the system because there might not be that much power available to you on the pole or whatever, or wherever you are. Okay, so that's really just, you know, to boost everything up. But 2 kilowatts is more than sufficient. If you are taking the caravan off grid and you're not going to have electricity available to you, you can run it on gas by pressing that gas icon. That will then try to set, well, it will set the whole system to work on gas. However, we don't have any gas on here at the moment, so we shan't be doing that. As I was saying about the settings, there are an enormous amount of things you can go into, which is why we give you a book to read through. But the main settings, that should do you absolutely fine. Again, if you have any questions and you can't work it out from the book, please do give us a call at Wiltshire Caravans on 01373 752 100, and we'll only be too willing to try and help. Okay. Right, continuing on the control panel. Water pump. So we want the water pump to run. So in the wild assumption that we had water outside, which we don't at the moment, but if we did, press that down and that will get the water pump running. Now, there are 3 ways. This is a 3-way switch. 2 ways of using the water. This 0 in the middle position, this means that the water is coming from your external source, whether that's a direct feed or from your aqua roll, however. Okay, if you put it onto internal, that will run from the internal tank, which is, I'll explain a little bit to show you how to empty that and whatever in a minute. But firstly, you need to get water into that internal tank. So to do that, you need to press, you have your water connected outside, whether that's the aqua roll or direct feed. That, pushing it down to 2, will mean you're trying to, will fill up your internal tank from an external source. So I'll try to break that down more simply. So to take your water from outside, middle position. To take the water from your internal tank, go on to internal. However, to fill that internal tank, you need to have your water attached and go from an external point. Okay. Now, this display here, could just light it up. 13.7, 13.6 volts coming into the caravan at the moment. Well, that's perfectly normal because we are plugged into the electric hookup. It's also telling us we have 15% of water in the internal tank. So there is water in the tank at the moment. I'll show you how to empty that before traveling and certainly before winterizing. Now, whilst we are talking about the water system, underneath the right-hand sofa, you have a gas isolator for the hot water and the heating. If you're using propane, you can just turn it off at the tap and that's not a problem, but there is an extra isolator there should you wish it. Now, there, you see this yellow tap here? In this horizontal position, that is allowing water into the caravan from your external source. Okay, there's your water heater there, by the way. To empty the water heater and to winterize, when you need to empty all of the water out of the caravan, this tap needs to be lifted straight up. That will then dump all of the water out onto the floor. Now, open that tap to let the water out. Also open your taps as well. Open your taps fully and that will make sure that all the water drains out from the caravan. And whilst we're also under here, I spoke earlier about the switches. If you use too much power, you might need the breakers might go. Well, they're breaker boxes under here, breaker switches there, and the fuses are also there. Very easy to get to and very straightforward labelling. Now we'll get to we're in the lounge area of the caravan. Lots of storage space in here. The first storage area, this is where you've got your stereo, which has a USB connection and an auxiliary connection. There's the solar panel charge area, I presume you call that. You've also got the booster for the TV antennas and for the radio. Now, to adjust the TV aerial, this undoes, this pole slides up, and at that point have a look see around the campsite you're at to see which area everyone, which direction everyone's got their antennas pointing to. Point it the same direction, tighten that up, retune your TV, and happy days, you'll be there watching your TV as required. This isolator switch here, that's for the air conditioning unit, which this particular van does have supplied. So, plenty of space, lots of cupboard space in here. Nice sunroof there. Right, the windows, they're standard opening windows. These clip, lift all the clips up. Window pushes open, and these you tighten these up just to keep the windows in place. Okay. That's the same on all of the windows. They also have these the blackout blinds, so just pull these down. There's your blackout blind, and also above that, if you pull down again, that becomes then the fly screen, so you can have the windows open and stop any insects coming in. All of the windows have the same system, except this front screen here. This just has a blackout blind because it doesn't open. Okay, whilst we're at the front, you can see where we've got a TV antenna point and a plug. We also have charging points for iPhones, etc. And on the other side, we have a cigarette lighter charger as well. So lots of charging points. Here we have the set of drawers at the front. This then pulls out to be a reasonable sized table. To put that back in, pull it towards you, it'll drop down, and then just push it in. If you are converting these two large sofas into a large double bed, third handle down brings out the slats for the bed at that point there. Here we also have, in the Aruba, being a 6 berth, we have a nice sized dinette here. Lovely. You can sit 4 or 5 people around there without any problem at all. A nice feature. That also does convert into a double bed. Again, lots and lots of storage. And then we come to the kitchen area. First thing to see on the kitchen area, you've already got an external bit of worktops for some extra workspace. We've got the light switches for the main kitchen lights, also a light down here, and the light on the floor. The switches are there. Above those switches, we've got the area for your plates and your cups. Nice mixer taps. Large stainless steel sink with a cover and a draining board. And then we've got the Dometic fridge, what am I talking about? Dometic cooker. This cooker does have 1 electric hob and 3 gas burners. Grill, full-size grill, and a good size oven as well. The grill pan will work as a 3rd tray should you require one, although if you're in a caravan Not sure why you would want quite so many shelves in the cooker. Right, drawer space, lots and lots of it, as you would imagine in the Buccaneer, with the cutlery drawer there, cupboard space underneath with some racks. Some people call them a vegetable rack, or whatever rack you want to call them. I call them wine racks. They come up pull out nicely. Do not travel with a bottle of wine in them like that though. That will shatter quite horribly. This lid on the cooker does need to be up fully to enable the gas burners to work. And as it says on there, do not shut the lid when the burner is alight. Not a good idea. And when it's still hot, if you've used the electric hob and it's still hot, don't put the glass top down. Okay, we have an 800 watt microwave. Which has its own turn off isolation switch up there. And then we come to, I'm not going to teach you how to use a microwave, that we do leave, you have manuals for all of this stuff. Anyway, the fridge freezer I should say. To turn it on, the button on the left. Immediately at the moment it's showing that we're running on the electric, which I know we are because we're plugged in. You can use it on gas by pressing the gas icon. Or you can use the alternator on your car as long as it's already cool. So with the alternator, as long as the fridge is already cold, you can use that. As long as you've got the 13-pin plug on your car on the tow hitch, that will maintain the temperature of the fridge. It won't cool it down from start, but it'll maintain the temperature. Okay, talking of temperature, you can adjust the temperature of the fridge likewise. I generally recommend 4 because if you use 5, it has been known that you could freeze food that you don't want to freeze. But as you can see inside the fridge itself, it's a lovely large freezer, big freezer area for lots of ice for your gin and tonics. But you can take this out. This will come out should you not need to use the freezer at all. And that's the fridge freezer. Again, you will get the a manual with this. Bed area, nice size bed. Lots of cupboards as again. You also have a couple of power points here, a couple of USB points, and also an antenna point for a TV. Cupboard, nice large cupboard. Light comes on. This is where your all-day heating reservoir is. That is a mix of 50% glycol with 50% water. You shouldn't need to worry about that in any stage at all. We check that every time we do a service, make sure that everything's okay. But the glycol itself has a maximum lifespan of 5 years. So you've got plenty of happy heating with there. Right. So into the bathroom, there's a big mirror here, so I'll try to avoid that. I don't want to scare anyone. So in the bathroom, a nice heated towel rail, heated using the all-day system. Nice big cupboard, lovely sink and mixer taps. There's the toilet we were talking about. This is where the light comes on if the toilet's full. That's your rinse. The toilet does swivel, the seat does swivel. When you have done what you need to do to empty, just push that slider across and bring it back. Make sure you bring it back, because if you do not, when you next go to empty the cassette, you will not be able to remove it. And people have tried in the past to drag it out quite forcefully, and yeah, break things like that. We don't want any of that. Lovely large shower. There's a clip on the top to stop the shower moving, and under the side. So actually it's just the one at the side here. So when you're traveling, this needs to be clipped into place. A couple of towel rails, also a skylight as well. As I said earlier, any questions, by all means do give us a call at Wiltshire Caravans on 01373 752 100, and we'll only be too happy to help. Now I need to move a few cushions out the way to show you where the internal water tank is and how to empty that. Okay, so under the dinette seat, on the right hand side seat on the dinette, underneath there you'll find the internal water tank. Now, when you want to empty this to travel, particularly for winterizing, there's a tap here. It's the old-fashioned type of tap. It says closed at the moment because the tap is closed. Turn that around to open, and that will drain all of the water straight out of the of your internal tank. So, as I said earlier, with the internal tank, this does give you around about 80 litres. If you're using an aqua roll and a tank, the internal tank, you've got about 80 litres of water at your disposal. Okay, moving up to the roof. This is not something I say every day. The large skylight in here. Now there's a knack to opening this. Make sure all the catches are open. And when they are, push gently up until you hear a click. At that point you can release and the system will stay there. Push it up one more time for another click. It will stay there, and then to push down, get to everything move down, one more click to the top and bring it down. So another quick demonstration. Push up, get a click, and then you're okay. It's very simple to get quite carried away and say it's not working, it's not working. You need to be really gentle with it. But it is a lovely sunroof. It does have blackout blinds, and on the other side flight screen, so you can have this open fully and enjoy the sunshine. Finally, the air conditioning. As I said, there's an isolator switch there, which is on. That's good. Here we have the remote control. Turn on the main power button. And shortly, okay, so that's just about it for the 2021 Buccaneer Aruba handover video. As I said, the E&P self-leveling system is there. There is a separate video that I will forward to you for that. I will get it downloaded onto YouTube as well. And all in all, pretty much all to say is enjoy your caravan. Forgot to mention, there's a carbon monoxide alarm and a smoke alarm in here. And yeah, as I say, enjoy this lovely 6-berth Buccaneer caravan. Thank you very much. Like I say, any questions, do give us a call. Wiltshire Caravans on 01373 752 100. Enjoy your lovely caravan. Thank you for watching.